Hey everybody, welcome to Pop's Happy Place. Have you ever had one of those non-alcoholic beers that's really weak and thin and that's not what you wanted? You'd rather have something full and full-bodied and something with coffee, chocolatey, roasty, full-bodied stout? Well, on this episode, I'm going to make one. Let's get past the intro and I'll show you how. To make this stout, I'm going to reach to the inspiration of the Apartment Brewer and follow one of his recipes. Thank you, Apartment Brewer. I'm going to link you here. And let's make this beer. We're going to start with his recipe. I'll give it to you. It'll be down in the link in the bottom. And then we'll tell you more about how we're brewing this beer. All right. Now, since I don't have all of the grains that he had, I'm going to substitute a few things. But I got his recipe up, and we're going for like a 0.3% alcohol by volume, so less than the non-alcoholic as an actual requirement. Like 4 pounds of pale ale, some oats, some acidulated, Munich, Carafa Specials, Cara Munich, some chocolate, and some roasted barley, and I'll pull my recipe up. Okay, I adjusted my recipe a little bit from Steve's, and the reason being I did that is because I didn't have all his grains. But I'm trying to stay to that style of it and following his inspiration. So, for this recipe, I'm using 3 pounds, 8 ounces of Maris Otter. I'm using 1 pound, 8 ounce of flaked oats. I'm using 8 ounces of a Caramel Munich 2. I'm using 8 ounces of a black malt. That's for color. I'm using 8 ounces of a chocolate malt. And then again for color is 8 ounces of Carafa 2. This is going to make this thing black as the depths of hell. I'm telling you, super dark, stouty, good solid stuff. I'm going to start off with reverse osmosis water. That's give me a blank slate, and I'm going to add my salts to it. And you're going, when do I add the water? Normally I'd add it when I start heating my water up. But this one's different. I'm doing a cold mash. Check out Steve's video, you'll see what we're talking about. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, instead of bringing the temperature up and trying to convert sugars out of those grains, I'm going to leave it cold and get the flavors out of them without the sugars. Have very, very, very minute amount of sugars coming from that. So, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it in my cooler. It's what I used to use for brewing, for mashing all the time. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my mash in my cooler over like 12, 24 hours. Make sure I've got a lot of flavors and a lot of taste, a lot of boldness in this. And then I'll drain that out. I'll bring it up to a boil. I'm going to mash for 30 minutes. Going German on this one with my hops. Bring it up to a boil. I'm going to set it at 20 IBU. You figure out what you need to do. I'm using Hallertau Magnum just because that's a high alpha. I don't want to use a lot of hops on this one. And so I'm going to use Magnum. Give me a little bit of that. Just a little bit of flavor. Little bit of, because this is going to be sweet. I want to offset a little bit. And 20 is about mid-range on this one for the bitterness. Once my boil's done, I'm going to let it cool off overnight. That's just what I do, guys. You do you. Going for like 7 gallons on my fermenter volume so that I can get about 6.5 out. I got lots of friends that like drinking stout. This is going to be cool. So, let's get to the brew footage. And then afterwards, I'll do the... Oh, yeast. Yeast. Let me tell you about the yeast. I'm doing 150 billion cells of a cellular science. It's an English ale. I got that building on my stir plate right now. Trying to get 150 billion cells to drop into this non-alcoholic. Not a lot it's going to have to do. There's not a lot there. But we're going to ferment it out. See what we get. And I'll give you the numbers at the end. And we'll do our tasting. So, let's go.
wouldn't take a lucky break if you rubbed it in my face. Go away. Liar, liar, pants on fire. If you ever need a friend, just call me and I'll pretend. I will tell you what you wanna hear. You're beautiful, I believe in you. Whisper in your ear. A loaded gun, a setting sun. Yeah, my daddy was the same. I wouldn't take a lucky break if you rubbed it in my face. I'll walk away. Liar, liar, pants on fire. A loaded gun, a setting sun. Yeah, my daddy was the same.
All right, this stout we're about to taste here, I'm gonna explain this to you. What am I looking for in a stout? What were the things that we would want to see in a stout as far as flavor wise? So I'm gonna explain it to you. This is off the internet. So stouts are dark, top fermented beers brewed with roasted malt or barley, which gives them their signature deep color and bold flavor. The roasted malts contribute coffee and chocolate notes, while some stouts also feature molasses, caramel, or a toffee flavor. Depending on the subtype, stouts can be dry and bitter, like traditional Irish stouts, or smooth and creamy like milk stouts that include lactose. Some stouts may even have subtle smoky or dark fruit undertones, texture, and mouthfeel. Stouts often have a full-bodied, velvety texture, especially nitro stouts, which use nitrogen to create a creamy mouthfeel and thick, cascading head. Oatmeal stouts add a silky smoothness, while milk stouts provide a sweet, creamy sensation due to the added lactose. The carbonation and bitterness can also act as a palate cleanser, making stouts versatile for pairing with rich or spicy foods. What we're looking for on this stout that I'm going to test here in just a second is I'm thinking I'm going to get some chocolate, some coffee, some kind of those notes, and I want to have a creamy mouthfeel. I want to have those things going on. So let's open one up and let's do a tasting. This is going to be fun. There we are, guys. That is my non-alcoholic. Well, it's not non-alcoholic, it's low alcoholic, guys. A low alcoholic. This is less than 1%. Less than 1%. Nice little head on that beauty, huh? What do you think? Nice little head. Color-wise. Let me get a light here, show you what she looks like. Do a little light through there for you. It's pretty black. Can you see it? Can you see it? Pretty black. That's what I'm wanting. I'm getting a little coffee, getting some fruit. Not much chocolate on that. Okay, let's do a little sip. Okay, just a little bit bitter. Not bad on the bitterness. Kind of medium mouthfeel. Not real creamy. I was kind of expecting that. This has been cold fermented, non-alcohol or low alcohol. All right, full flavor. A little coffee, not a lot of chocolate. It's a good beer, guys. For a low alcohol. I'm not getting, because I didn't add all of the other fermentables to give me that really full mouthfeel and that chocolate and stuff. But that's for less than 1%. That's a nice little beer, guys. One more time. Carbonated good. Hey, that's a success, guys. I want to thank the Apartment Brewer for putting this out there so that we can all try it and see what we think. I've tried it and I like it. It's for the off season, for when I'm trying to take a little break, which I'm trying to do periodically, take a little break. Started this first year, and I want to have little breaks where I don't have to just drink all these beers all the time. So, nice beer. Thanks for coming to Pop's Happy Place. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Put some comments in. And also, I have a Patreon. If you'd like to join, go ahead. It's not costing anything right now because I haven't got any Patreon members. So, yeah, you can come see what I do. I put out some just tasting notes and little like weekly things that I do. Giving you where I'm at with my channel, what I'm doing. So, again, thanks for joining, and thanks for getting to the end here. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming to Pop's Happy Place.